Good day, global crypto enthusiasts. This is 88 Fantastic coming to you Wednesday, November 20th, 2019. How's everybody doing today? Thank you for joining us on the channel, taking time out of your busy day to come listen to this guy jibber jammer. Anyways, quick review. Last two videos, we've been talking about how the market and the numbers just don't jive. We had 2 videos ago, we expected Bitcoin to drop below the 88 back down to 85. Then last video, we were sitting around that 85 mark, and we were wondering, are we going to drop down to that 82, 83 level and sit there, or are we going to rebound and jump up to that 92, 93 mark? Our gut instinct was that we were going to drop lower and sit around that $8,200 mark, and that's exactly what's happened here. Bitcoin has just gotten absolutely speed bagged all the way back down to between 8,000 and about 8,150. As you can see, Bitcoin's sitting at $8,134 right now, with a 24-hour low of $8,035 and a day high of 8,200. And as you can see, it's not really been moving back and forth. Couple of minor pullbacks, but what I really noticed in the actual market evaluation over the last 4 or 5 days, there's just no money coming into this market. There's just absolutely no money. The market cap itself has been floating back and forth about maybe $1 billion to $1.5 billion. It goes up and it comes right back to that same starting point. It goes right back up, comes back to that same trading point again. So what does that tell me? That there's no new money. There's almost no human beings trading anymore right now because there's no new money. And right now, my personal guess would be that between 90 and 92% of the overall market right now is completely robot and AI traded. Not very much going on in the human being category whatsoever right now. So we're going to go through 3 quick things here. We're going to look at the market real quick, and then I'm going to show you something that I read an article on. And now, of course, with the way the market's going, I mean, everybody and their dog's got a different idea on where the market's going, and they want to compare it to this, and they want to compare it to that. And I found something, we'll say for the end of the video, that I found very interesting. We might have found that one person somewhere in all of social media that has found the trend of what I've called smart money since April of 2018. And this might just freak you out a little bit here. So let's have a quick looky here now. If you guys are using Coin Market Cap like I do, again, I use this one here because the vast majority of people are used to this one from the Data Dash channel and other channels using this one. They have finally adjusted their bloody volume. They are now literally on with the same. What we have seen throughout the entire year is Coin Market Cap was always way higher than everybody else, and really some of the numbers weren't even close. So here we see Bitcoin at 81.56, a market of 222,742. Where are we over here? Again, 222. 81.48, so very close. CoinGecko, 81. Let's see, CoinGecko seems to be a little bit more accurate than everybody. Market cap seems to be the same, but the Bitcoin price seems to be a little bit lower than these guys over here. So what we wanted to see is our actual, we're going to do, let's do our 200-day first. So what I wanted to see here and show you guys is here in our last 200 days, Bitcoin 200 days ago was sitting at 5,800 and it's gained 40%. In the overall market 200 days ago, we were sitting at about 240, 242-ish. So not really that big of a difference. So in the last 200 days, with the price of Bitcoin going from 5,800 to 8,150, what has your coin done since? Let's do the top 100 today because we're not going to do any news. And then we'll show you that article right after this. Let's just see now in the last 200 days, who is actually green. We see Ethereum at 8%, 8.4. Fake Bitcoin at 102%. Nobody else in the top 10. That's it. You got 2 gainers. Let's just keep going down. Look at the ugly red. Chainlink, 444% in the last 200 days. Again, Chainlink is a coin that we started promoting on the channel in early January when it was sitting in that 25, 26 cent range up to the 30-cent range. We see NEO gaining 20%, Huobi token gaining 42%. Huobi token, again, another coin we started talking about in January as the exchange that will eventually, in my opinion, by the end of 2020, will take over Binance as the top dog in the overall market itself. So very nice stuff over at Huobi. We see Maker at 8%. Enocoin at 83%. You see whatever that is. Mindal at 55%. Who's this guy? Prism at 200%. Insight Chain at 150%. Synthetics Network at 1,600%. Centrality at 340%. Thorcoin, again, this one I call possibly the biggest scam of the year with its humongous trading volume of barely 100 grand on a daily basis at 83%. ABBC coin at 7.6%. Again, I've called for big things for ABBC later on. And well, we're already late in the year, so I can't even say later in the year anymore because nobody's done anything later in the year except for a handful here. So we got Mixin at 28, Crypto next, which has had a really nice solid last 3 months, sitting at 44%. Educare at 84%. Another new entry for me is Seal at 1,500%. Outrageous. MMO coin, look at this one, 65,000% over the last 200 days. Even with a volume of 400K, that's not bad. That's better than the pump and dump coins that are getting $4,000 of volume and cycling idiot traders out. So Quant, very nice, 180%. DX Chain, 476%. Hypercash at 36%. Nexo, one of my biggest ones, at 30% over the year. And iExec RLC, 25%. OKB, another coin we had talked about earlier in the year, at 62%, and IL coin at 76%. So what do I see out of this top 100 with all of these ones in the green? There's maybe 20 in the green, 80 in the red roughly. The vast majority of these ones in the green, late new entries. A lot of them really weren't coins that were even in existence a year ago. So we'll see what happens to those guys in another year. So anyways, that just gives you a really good idea to check your portfolios. And again, the things that we've talked about, watch your 24-hour volume. The last thing you want is to see that volume completely disappear and have your coins delisted. And then you've got nowhere to get rid of your coins. So anyways, let's go have a look at coin market cap here. Biggest changers and losers in the last little bit. Again, there's the MML coin at 203%. But anyways, it's just been an absolutely disgusting last couple of hours. So let's go and show you. Let's start all over here again. So I read a very interesting article because, again, everybody and their dog's got a prediction about something. And as we all know, in the cryptocurrency space, being a veteran of this space, nobody's right. Nobody's ever been right, and nobody will ever be right. No matter who you listen to, no matter what chart you're looking for, it just doesn't matter. So anyways, what I had, the article that I had read, somebody did a really good one all the way back to the origins of Bitcoin back in 2009 to present day. Now, I've always said the market has not started until 2017 of October. That's when real people started getting into it. Little kids weren't buying fucking pizza for Bitcoin and all that kind of shit. But what this guy had noticed, and it's going to be a little bit hard to see. Maybe I can do it better on this chart here for you guys. He's got Bitcoin riding on a 2-year pattern. And what do I mean by that? Oh, shut that video up. I didn't even hit play. We got to go to the all-time chart here. So anyways, this is a lot better way of looking at it. He's got Bitcoin on a lifetime chart, but the way he showed it, Bitcoin's life cycle runs in 2-year increments, and it's absolutely bizarre. If you go back exactly, and we're going to try and show it right here, 2 years to the day, which would be November of 17. So we're looking 11/17. Keep going a little bit. Right there, because today's the 20th. Oopsie. Look at the price. Oh, I keep moving it. But anyways, the prices are almost matched up to the day, 2 years, and this was before Bitcoin hit its 20K. So now, if his charts are accurate, we are literally a week or two away from that previous 2-year cycle where they expect Bitcoin to ramp up again and then get cycled back. So what his charts were showing is that Bitcoin will actually ramp all the way back up this year in the same time period it did 2 years ago and repeat the following cycle. But the negative part of it is when Bitcoin had died from here and we came back all to that 3K mark, his charts are showing that Bitcoin might ramp up to about 28,000 by the end of this year, maybe early January, but then it's going to get speed bagged to the Bitcoin halvening, which is scheduled for the middle of May, and that's where we could see Bitcoin drop from, say, 27, 28K, and it's going to drop all the way back. But it ain't going to drop back to no 3K or 5K or 7K like everyone's already talking about. It's going to drop back and fall back to that $9,400, $9,500 mark. So his charts are showing that Bitcoin is living right now off a 2-year cycle. We should ramp up here in a couple of weeks to a brand new all-time high, and then we're going to slowly slide back again. But this time when we slide back, it's going to stop somewhere in that 94, 9,500 range. So for me, I of course you want to believe it, but when you really look at it, it makes a lot of sense because again, in late 2017, that's when the real market started. When you look at the charts here, you can't tell me when you're looking at this here, look at like this is a market. And anybody wants to tell, well, the Bitcoin's been alive since 2009 and trading since 2011. Yeah, to like 8 fucking people and about 20,000 little kids. The market did not start until October of 2017 when real money started to come in. So we've thought about this for a little while. There's a very good possibility. You know what? Let's go back to our 1 year now, and let's check our lines of support. That's not a good one. Let's go back to 1 year on here. So right now, the next line of support, I do believe, is looking at around that $7,500 mark, which is, no, that's too low. That's too high right there. 8,000 is still too high. So probably somewhere in this bottom line right here, this line at the 7.5 mark, somewhere between 75 and 76, we could literally bounce back a little bit more to around that 7,600, 7,700 mark. Hopefully not. But if this guy's is accurate in somewhat compared to what we've seen in the past, wouldn't it be pretty killer to see Bitcoin go all the way up to 28 grand in about 6 weeks? That would be awesome. So that's what I don't know what we're going to do. I think we're going to slide back just a little bit more. I honestly don't believe we can slide back much further than we already are. They have bled these altcoins pretty damn bad, and you can only pump and dump so many things. And as we've seen, the money, there's no new money coming into the market, so it's just constant repeat cycle. We'll go up to 223.8, and then in an hour it'll be right back down to 222. 6 hours from now it'll go back up to 223.5. 12 hours from now it'll drop back down to 222. So maybe we need a little bit more of a slide before we get that rebound. But when I looked into Bitcoin wallets the other day, there was another gigantic purchase. You know what? While we're on here, let's have a lookie. We might as well, since we got access to it, right? So today is 11/20. Let's see if there's any new purchases on 11/20 here. So we got another, again, the 2 out of 3, that'll be an exchange wallet. At some point, they'll tag it. 11/19. So the 4th biggest wallet in Bitcoin bought again yesterday. The 5th biggest wallet in Bitcoin bought again 2 days ago. The 6th biggest wallet in Bitcoin bought yesterday. So again, that's why I don't get scared about the price. I don't get scared about the market going backwards. You've got all the access. And again, when these wallets are loading up on Bitcoin at 8K, that tells me we're not going to slide. If we do go backwards, it is not going to be very much further backwards. We're going to bounce back maybe a little bit, but at some point here in the next week or two, the market should really fucking kick into gear and give us everything that we were hoping to see maybe a month ago. But again, it should happen. Who knows? You know, smart money sees the same thing we do. We could all be expecting that big push, and they might cycle the market, the entire market right back again, or they might push it back and push it up. Who knows? Again, come jump into the comments. Let's see. We got Bitcoin at 8,166 there. We got Bitcoin at 8,135 there. 8,162 over here. What's CoinGecko got them at before we get out of here? 8,120. So we got 4 prices varying between about $50, which isn't bad because in the past we've seen Bitcoin vary about $300 between these sites. So again, come out into the comments. Let's see what you guys got to say. Didn't want to come up and chatter any news. Just wanted to show you the chart that I've been watching there. Again, for you chart people, go back there and line it up exactly day by day. 2 years, and it's just absolutely uncanny how the market has reacted exactly 2 years apart. Like, it just blows me away. But again, like we've said, the real money started in October of 2017. Smart money came in probably in April of 2018, and we've seen constantly the same patterns, a repeat, rinse, recycle. They cycle out all the new investing traders, and people have been getting speed bagged for about 20 months straight right now. So I'm thinking we're going to bounce back just a little bit more. Hopefully we don't go below that 8,000, but if we do, I'm expecting that full ramp up in the next couple of weeks where we should see. Why not? Let's go for it. Let's see an all-time new Bitcoin high. It might not last more than a couple of days. It might be one of those flash in the pants, like when we hit 13 grand, where we went up to 13 grand in about 2 or 3 days there. That might be the same thing. Who knows? But let's shoot for the moon, and let's see if we can get an all-time new Bitcoin high by the end of December, or within about the first week or so in January, and then watch the market slide all the way back again to the Bitcoin halving, and then all of the news, right? So anyways, ain't got much more. Just wanted to come and show you some really uncanny stuff. Not much of the OG alternative coins have really gone anywhere in the last 200 days. Most of them have completely bled 30, 40, 50% backwards, as we showed over here over at Coin Checkup, right there. And again, very useful tool. And then you can just come over here and check it out. Again, that's, for me, that is the key indicator for people that have invested is since 2017 and 2018 is your 200-day average. I mean, when you see things, and again, we always talk about things that can be implemented in the real world. And again, that just shows you that a lot of the coins that the YouTube guys pumped up in 17 and 18 were just, again, the YouTube guys not knowing what they're talking about and just trying to get as many views on their channels as possible. So anyways, that's all I got for you guys. We'll come back in a day or two. We'll see where we're at. That's all I got for you. Comments below. 88 Fantastic, showing you how to take a bite out of the cryptocurrency market. Take care, y'all.